Hello, hello. This is Coach Miley with mytrainer.com, and I am coming to you today with a live stream about building bone density. So, my primary concern when people come to me and are looking to start an exercise and nutrition routine, if they haven't already been on one before, is their relationship to their calories. So we've been talking a little bit today, the last couple weeks, about how many calories that I want you to get. And we've been talking about how 1,200 calories is the minimum amount of calories that you would want to get if you were not exercising. And then for me, though, if we are exercising, and we're women in particular, I've been trying to make sure that you ladies are getting 1,500 calories or more. So what I wanted to kind of talk with you all today about is what I'm seeing on my end, and then also what maybe your doctor might be concerned about, or maybe they don't know to be concerned about it because you haven't had that conversation. But what I see a lot of times is that women might be in an overall healthy weight, but they just want to lose those last few inches. And so this is kind of a reach out to you. If that sounds like you, if you would consider yourself in a relatively healthy place, and a relatively healthy place would be like that your body mass index is below 25. And for women also, it kind of correlates with your body fat too. So if you have a healthy body fat, for most women would be under 30%. You could be under 25%, or you could be lower than that. But a healthy place for most women, depending on the age, would be that 25%, the 30%. I'm sorry. So I want to reach out to you all, and just make sure that you maybe know where you are. And if you don't know where you are, you could maybe look that up on the internet and just go by your height and your weight. So if you typed your height and your weight into Google and searched body mass index, then you would be considered in a healthy place as long as you were like under 25. So when I'm looking for what I can see on my end is that ladies that have a body mass index of like 20 or less, more like 18 or less or so, going by your height and weight, or if you're less than around 125 pounds or so, then you might be at increased risk for osteoporosis. So the first thing I want you to do is maybe see where you are, see if your weight is considered healthy or not, so that you can kind of decide on how to use this information. So with that being said, what I see a lot is that I'll actually do a body fat test, or I'll take figure out a body mass index for someone. And what it comes down to is that they're actually in a healthy place, but they're just trying to spot check the last few areas. So maybe it's their hips, maybe it's their stomach, maybe it's their arms. And they'll want to be dropping down their calories or really increasing their exercise because they think that's the answer to kind of spot removing the body fat on those different areas. And so one of my main questions to them is whether or not they know what their bone density readings, especially if they are like 40 years or older. I ask them if they've had a bone density test. And what I find almost every single time that I've ever asked this question of a lady that already had a healthy body weight and then was asking me how to spot remove extra fat off of certain areas, is that they do already have signs of osteoporosis. And so what I wanted to let you know at that point, for me as a strength and conditioning specialist, is that if I know you already have osteoporosis, and then you're telling me that you want to restrict your calories and start exercising, then I have to proceed with a lot of caution on how I even speak with you about it. Because what I want you to know and understand is that losing body fat off of those areas that you want to lose them can increase your bone loss if you're going to start dipping below the recommended calorie levels to try to get there, or if you're going to exercise excessively to try to get there. So for me, once I know that you already have osteoporosis or that you're starting to have some bone loss, and I find out that you're wanting to do the body fat loss or anything like that, then I'm actually not supposed to move forward with those kind of recommendations for you. I'm supposed to let you know that that's going to put you into further problems. And so I want you to just kind of consider that as you're thinking about yourself, and then just offer you just a little bit of self-love there, and maybe some shifting in your mind on how you're looking at your body. And that kind of stuff kind of is fully packed and loaded, and it might be something that you might want to talk with me privately, or we do have our Facebook group, the My Trainer 365 Facebook group. And then if you're a lady in particular, I have another group called Loving Her, where we have like a free book and everything to kind of go along with that free course. So I just wanted to open up the conversation to you. Are you one of those ladies that's just trying to spot reduce? Because if you are, what I want to encourage you to do is to think about your bone density and to think about this a little bit differently. What might happen if you decide is that maybe you eat a little bit more calories than you're normally used to, and maybe you use strength training, and then maybe once you have some more muscle on you, then your body might look different, okay? So that's a conversation I want to kind of have with you. Everybody will be a little bit different, but what I find is that maybe it's not the body fat itself that's really bothering you in an area, but maybe we can do some other things to make you start feeling better about yourself, whether that's gaining strength or doing some sculpting, but that's all going to require some additional calories, okay? The building the bone density is going to require that you eat a certain amount of calories, and then so is muscle building as well. So that's what I have for you today. And then also today I launched like a little program that's on my app. I do have an app through My Trainer, and I have a workout that's really popular. If you already have a gym membership and you want to make sure that while you're at the gym you're doing the exercises that are considered the best for building bone density, and you want to be doing that, at proper rest intervals and have a suggested weight to try, then I do have a program open. I'm calling it just my Bone Density Builder Diet and Exercise Guide, and it's $3. So you can send me a message about that, because for just $3 you can open that up on your phone, and you'll have the workout itself with 6 exercises in it, and then you'll also have the meal patterns that have over 18 different meal patterns for breakfast, lunches, and dinners and snacks, so that you can make sure that you're getting in what you need to during your day. So if you have any questions for me, just let me know and put them in the comments or send them to me privately. And if you want to get into any of my free groups to kind of continue the question or the conversation, then I would love that too. So just let me know. Thanks. Have a great afternoon.